going on? I have a problem here. Oh, this just happened. Transmission is going. First gear went out on me today. Well, started going, you'll see. I have videos on TikTok about it and whatnot, but I got called into work, so figured I'd throw the cameras on and film this interesting journey. Yeah, it's starting already. Alright, so the flow to gear, I got no clutch going. Just putting some firm pressure on first gear. And we're moving slowly. It'll eventually I have to fight it to get it into gear. I wish you could see the gear shift, what it's doing, moving around. I don't know if I should change the RPM camera or not. I was hoping to have someone with me filming this part, but we got what we got. Hopefully you can see what's going on with the gear shifter now. Okay, so to drive without, I'm just putting firm pressure into first gear, and it popped in. There we go. My first gear is kind of messed up, so it's going. As you can see, I can get it into gear with no clutch. Try putting it again. Pressure. It's in first. No clutch. Second. Third. Fourth. That's fourth gear now. No clutch. Also downshift too. Neutral. That's third gear. No clutch. Fourth again. As long as you rev match it, it can go in. So when I'm putting it into gear, I'm putting light. Don't put a lot of pressure. Put light pressure. Let it do its own thing. You know what I mean? I'm coming to a red light, I'm going to downshift again. Third gear. Slowing down. Second gear. No clutch. But I'm going to... See, no clutch, you come to a complete stop. But here, I'm going to have to accelerate normally, but my first gear is broken, so it's going to have to be second gear launch. But I got a phone call coming, so... Alright, so here floating gears again. So look at this, I'm filming too. Made it all the way into 5th, no clutch.
A few moments later.
Okay, so I'm back off the highway now. Going up a hill, you're not going to be able to do the first gear roll, but my first gear is really bad shape right now, so I can't even do much. Oh, you can hear the trans isn't happy. I'll do it with no clutch. Most of the time you're going to have to just launch in first gear and then you can do the rest without. Again, I wouldn't recommend this because I'm sure me practicing before I'm making this video is what caused the first gear to go out in the first place. But I almost went for the clutch there just as a out of habit. Yeah, I can't. I'm in traffic, so I don't want to sit there because as you saw from me doing it the couple times I have done it, it takes a second to get going in first gear. So if you're going downhill, the momentum will help you a bit. I hope this is okay of an angle, but I know there's not much light on me right now. I know this camera can kind of see, but I don't know how you can see the gear shifts or not. Upshift too. I missed second there. But see, if I left enough of a gap and I started early enough, I might be able to do the first roll, but it's hard to say. Yeah. No. Oops, I used the clutch there, my bad. It's not that, it doesn't feel that bad in here, but in the transmission, it feels everything. That clutch is taking the stress away. When you push the clutch in, it takes the stress away from the transmission. Without pushing that clutch in, you're still having all the stress on there. Because whenever the engine's accelerating or decelerating, there's some load on the transmission. See, like that, and the synchros too. If you're not on the rev matching properly, you're gonna wear out the synchros. And even downshift. Definitely not good for the transmission. Would not recommend you do this as regular practice or at all, really. It's funny, my brother actually had a Mazda Protege 5 that he tried to show me, oh, you can drive without a clutch. And like a month later, he blew his trans. But when you get used to a car, like I don't know if you just saw, that was very smooth to me, that transition. You learn where the gears want to be. I remember actually reading in the owner's manual, it tells you the suggested speed when you shift with each transmission, which was pretty cool. A little pop backfire. But yeah, you can drive for a while. I'm actually surprised it's going this well, to be honest. recommend doing this with when you're like really giving it. Definitely would not be good. On the way back, I'm gonna rip it. See if I can go through like high-end RPM and do it. I'm having a really hard time with first gear, as you can see. There we go. Once I get it into first, it'll stay in first, but I can launch the car with no clutch. Put some force, a little bit, it'll get rolled. Then just hold it. Not too much force. The more force you give it, the more it's gonna go. I'm on a slight uphill, so it's hard right now. Oh, there we go. That was not a happy sound at all. As you can see, I'm not going. You can see the RPMs, you can see the speed, at least a little bit. Clutch to launch. Again, my first gear's messed up, so I gotta launch it in second. These are lovely sounds, by the way. I hope these cameras can pick up the sounds I'm hearing. They'll make any gearhead cringe, these noises. Happy about that one. I had to use the clutch or it'll stall out. Once I get it into first, I gotta leave it in first because it doesn't always go into first. Literally going through a cruise through town without using the clutch, except for the launch. Not even then sometimes. Transmission's definitely not happy right now. Again, I don't apply much pressure, just enough that when it has when they do line up, it'll just slide right in. If you do too much force, you're gonna grind the synchros, like you've heard me do a few times. Put it in third for now. I got slow people in front of me. trying to race. Definitely clutchless shifting a normal transmission like that when you're trying to race it was very slow. I am much quicker just banging gears. That's pretty cool. I've never done that before. As you can see, it is doable. I wouldn't recommend it. You can feel it, especially at the higher RPMs and stuff, man. It's definitely not good for the transmission. I wouldn't recommend doing it, but it is possible. The transmission, there's a few times it's gone in pretty smoothly. Very little effort, so yeah, thumbs up. Next up is the burnout, so stay tuned for that. I find that so cool though, I can just no clutch and it's not like grinding gears. Okay.